welcome back to Man Talk, the channel where we talk about dating and attracting women. Today's topic, does penis size matter? It's a little bit of an embarrassing topic for a straight man to talk about. It'd probably be a better topic for a woman to talk about, so if you have that resource, definitely go there first. I'm sure they can give you the lowdown on the situation way better than I could. But if you're too embarrassed to do that, then let's have a discussion here. I'm definitely not embarrassed to talk about sexuality by any means, and I think it's a topic that a lot of men wonder about. Maybe a man's feeling smaller, and that's making him feel insecure. This video is to address that and to set your mind at ease. So the question is, does it matter? Yes, it does, and no, it doesn't. So a yes and no. The best way I can describe for a man, let's break it down in man talk terms. All right. Let's say you go to a car salesman, a car lot, and you're looking for a new car. On one side of the car lot, you have your Porsches, your Mustangs, your Corvettes, something that's pushing 400 horse or more and a top speed 200 kilometers an hour or miles per hour, I should say. And on the other side of the lot, you have your SUVs, your trucks, your normal vehicles, day-to-day vehicles that you see people driving. And the car salesman comes up to you and says, take any car in the lot, same price. What would you take? I think most men out there, or most of the men I know, would go with the fast sports cars if it was the same price. I think women, and that's the way women think too. It's like, if they run into a bigger size, they're obviously going to go with that, right? Everybody wants a bigger, better size. I mean, do you want a bigger hamburger for the same price? Do you want to supersize your fries? Sure, most people do. That's just the way things are. Everyone wants more for less these days. And I think the same thing goes with penis size. Now, you may not be a super large man. I'm just an average size man. Maybe even a little bit bigger. But there's a lot of men that aren't, and that's fine. You can only be what you are. So there's no point in stressing about that. How do I put this? I'll tell you a story. In junior high, as most young men do, maybe not all, but I joined a sports team, or sports teams, I should say. And for the first time, you step into the shower room with your peers, and you get to see who's got the Bulldog and who's got the Chihuahua of the group. I mean, it's an obvious thing. I mean, no one was going nuts about it. It's just an obvious fact. If I think back then, I mean, I didn't pay too close attention, obviously, but looking ahead now that I'm older, I notice a lot of those guys, and I can tell you right now, the guys that had the smallest one, they all have beautiful girlfriends. And the guys that have the bigger ones, they got girlfriends. I'm telling you, the guys that have the smaller ones have the most beautiful girlfriends. I don't know why or what for. Maybe over the years they got bigger and aged. I don't know, but I'd imagine that they're still on the smaller scale, and everything worked out for them. So if you're worrying that you're too small and you're never going to find a girlfriend because of that, I don't think that's the case at all. So just stop worrying. There's obviously a lot of women out there that love the big sizes, and they don't want anything but, and that's fine too. The heart wants what the heart wants, or the other thing wants, right? There's women that love black men, right? Because black men they got a lot going on down there, apparently. I'm not sure. I've never seen one, but I've watched some porns. I think it's true, but if that's the case, then that's what they're gonna go for. I'm a man that likes big breasts. Does it mean I wouldn't go for a woman that doesn't have big breasts? Of course not. I think the same applies for women, right? There's a lot you can do if you're smaller to make up for it. There's so many things you can do in the bedroom, and if you want to make up for it, you need to learn those things, and that will make you appreciate it in the bedroom, right? Like you can be good at foreplay. You can be good at finger play. You can even get her to get used toys. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna be honest. My wife uses toys once in a while. If I finish ahead of time and she wants something different, I can't match up to the speed of a vibrator, unfortunately. But I'm not embarrassed to say, oh, go ahead. Do what you got to do. It's okay. So if you're not embarrassed and you can get beyond that, then I think you're gonna just be just fine if you're feeling a little small. Honestly, I've been with women that have thought I was very big. I've been with 2 women, to be honest, that have been like, whoa, slow down with that big one, tiger. And I'm just an average sized guy. And then I've also been with women. I was actually with one woman though. She was really tiny. She was a small woman, very beautiful. I always would joke with my friends. I was like, oh, my dick's the size of her leg, but it's funny that woman, she was very loose, if that's the word you want to use it. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to her. I mean, she was who she was. Maybe she was a little bit wet, but honestly, I had issues getting off. She was that big. So that just goes to show that, dick sizes can vary, or penis sizes can vary, and also vagina sizes can vary. There's every different kind under the sun. Everybody's different. So maybe one that doesn't work out for you, maybe you have to go to somebody else. If there's a woman that says, oh, well, things aren't just working out because of your size, then that's fine. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't change that. I mean, I guess you could surgically, but I don't think you want to do that. But if that's the case, you can just say, okay, that's fine, and just move on with your life. Because I can tell you, if one girl isn't interested in you, there's 20 other women lined up that'll probably be just fine for you. So don't worry if that's like, don't sit at home and cry your little eyes out that you feel like you're too small, or if you're going on a date, be self-conscious about that. Like, you never know what's going to happen. You might be the perfect fit for any woman. And I'll tell you, the women that are just focused on size, it's kind of a shallow thing if you think about it, really. That if that's the one thing that they're interested in and that's the deal breaker, then they're probably not the girl for you anyways, right? You want someone that likes you for just more than your wiener size, right? And but you need to compensate if you feel like you're extra small. Learn about sex. You can make it work with a smaller size. There's many men that have. And if you're at home watching a porno and you're thinking, oh my God, these guys are so big, they're porn stars. That's what they're hired for. They've been selected as actors because of that. So don't get all up in your head about that. Like, you'll never be this guy or that guy. That's not the way life works. You be happy with what you have. You got to remember, you come from a family of guys that might have been the same size as you. I mean, you probably have the same genes as your grandfather, and he made you, so you're probably you have what it takes to do the same thing. I mean, there might be some ladies shaking their head and watching this video and thinking, no, it doesn't work that way, and that's fine. Feel free to comment in the comments if you think I'm way off. That's okay. I mean, I know women like tall men. For some reason, women will check out your foot size. Oh, he's size 12. Oh, great, perfect. He's got shoes the size of Shaq. Oh, let's let's see. I mean, maybe it's just a joke. I don't know, but everybody wants bigger and better. I mean, I'm not trying to insult my wife here. I'm just saying hypothetically, I want a Sports Illustrated model with the boobs of a stripper. I mean, this is the way we all think. Everybody wants their sexual dream, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're gonna get, and that's, you need to be realistic as well too. I mean, it works both ways, right? Like if you're searching for that kind of woman, it's gonna narrow down your search results. Do you know what I mean? Like it's gonna, God, that sounded like I was like searching on the internet. But so just be true to yourself. You can only be who you can be. Don't worry about that size matters, because in reality, if you find a good woman, it's not going to matter to her. And coming back to the whole car in the parking lot thing, yeah, you say you buy get the Porsche and you're driving to work every way and you're caught in a traffic jam, or you're driving the speed limit. You're driving the speed limit in a Porsche, and you can drive that same speed limit. You can, instead of driving 200 miles per hour in a Porsche, you can drive 150 miles an hour in an SUV and still get to where you're going. A truck can tow a trailer. You're not going to be doing burnouts every 2 seconds. So what I'm trying to say is people can go just as fast and get to where they're going with a normal vehicle as they can in a sports car these days. So the same can apply to you. You might not be the sports car. You may just be the SUV, and that there's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of the younger women or younger women are looking for the bigger size because they're out to just have a one night stand and just have fun. But when it comes to women that want to have a long relationship and a family, it might not matter as much. And I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but just keep that in mind. Anyways, I don't know what more I can say about this topic other than don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Everyone can there's a partner out there for everybody. If one doesn't work out for you, if the shoe doesn't fit for her or for you, then just move on. I just want to say one last thing. If you're in love with some girl, you have some huge crush on some girl, and you finally get with her, and then it ends up that she doesn't like you for that reason, then don't be heartbroken. Move on. It's nothing personal. And if that's the deal breaker, then that's the deal breaker. You just shrug your shoulders and say, okay, it was worth a try, and go find some other crush, because there's lots of fish in the sea. Anyways, this is JC from Man Talk signing out. Hope you can join me for another video. Hope this video didn't weird you out. And women, please comment. Tell me if I'm off. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me to F off. That's fine. All right, guys. See you next time.